Hello there peeps, Celine here, and welcome back to a blog video. Obviously, I still don't have my webcam on, and I don't feel like turning it on, so there's that. First I want to introduce you guys to this thing. Knowledge is power. Given that the realm of Alicia is a fictional realm, it is natural to taste whatever. This page is work in progress, by the way. You got the realm. Basically, the realm of Alicia is a realm ruled by two princesses. The northern realm is held by the eldest and her family, while the southern is ruled by the youngest and her family. However, Alicia must be ruled by females, as the males would go mad/crazy from something unknown. Other than the royal family, there is no classes. Everyone in Alicia are equal. Society. You got the royal family at the highest status. You got the royal guards. You got the mages/high mages as the highest magic user. You got the dragon as the most powerful beast in Alicia. The citizens and farmers are 90% the population from Alicia. Farmers are the ones who make most of the food. Well, farmers grow plants or vegetables and herbs and such, as well as take care of the livestock. But there's also bakers and such. Currency. In Alicia, there are only coins to trade or pay. Of course, there's only a value that can be traded. But whatever you got the mystical coins, which is basically your copper coins. Then you got your silver coins, which is lunar silver, which has a moon symbol. And then you got the royal gold, which is a gold coin with a crown on it. There is no law so far. Religion, there is no religion whatsoever. Culture, like I said in a last video, or in one of the past videos, Alicia's culture is a mixture of Chinese and Japanese with some fantasy bits. Because I happen to love Japanese and Chinese cultures. Time flow. 1 day in Alicia is equal to 7 days on Earth. However, the experience of time remains unchanged. That way you don't feel the effects when you go from one round to the next. In Alicia, 1 human year consists of 36 days. 1 day is 160 hours. Each day and night consists of 80 hours. Basically, I'm making the days and nights longer than Earth's. The summer, the days are longer, nights are shorter. As winter is the pure opposite. In Alicia, there's still 12 months of the year, like the human realm. And the seasons of the year are same yet random. Very similar to, again, the human realm. Then this one talks about gives you the months, the holidays, just the months and holidays. And here's the magic. Ancient texts suggest the source of it lies with dragons, but it's actually unknown. It's literally in mystery. While nearly everyone assesses the ability to wield magic, certain races, particularly mages and dragons, have a high mana pool. However, dragons remain superior, hovering the largest mana pool of all. Note, all spells are based on the Final Fantasy games. Literally. I'm using Final Fantasy 1 and 2 for the spells. Because I wanted to use 12 with all its spells, but God forbid I'm not doing green magic. But you got the fire spell, the blizzard spell, the electric spell, water, ground, or stone. You got all of the black magic, and you got all of the white magic. With some very rare magic. But yeah, there's going to be more white magic over black magic, because white magic is something they truly need. Although I probably should remove this one, because I don't think that one will be used. Well, probably in RPGs it would be. If anyone ever decides to make an RPG for Alicia. Note the Final Fantasy spells would be more suitable. As these spells only certain characters can use. Like time spells, like stop, or other spells like that. Yeah, time spells, which I think is also green spells, only time demons can use that. Bring back from the dead spells, no one truly knows about that. Necromancer spells, totally unknown. Death, truly unknown. Alright, now the main focus of this video, the races, because I've updated them. In Alicia, there's number types of yokai ranging from the demon realm, while a handful of them are native to Alicia itself. Yokai can live up to 50 years, 50,000 or 50,000 years in Alicia. You got the yokai, or you got the fox demons, the crow demons, well, ravens. You got the dog demons. You got the white bird demon. You got the wolf demons. And you got the cat demons. Which, going back to fox demons, a sample of each, race. Yoko Kurama is a fox demon. Obviously. So he would fall under this one. Nasala from Fire Emblem would be a raven. So would Dark and Crod. Although his Dark's twin brother kind of has white wings, so think of black or dark angels like characters. There you go. But they turn into ravens. Their animal form are ravens, as their animal forms are foxes. Then you got this race. Their human form would be their humanoid form will be similar to angel-like creatures or animals or humans, like Yoon from Card Captors, Ryson from, well, I'm actually using his race, but from Pharaoh Emerald are just the samples. They could turn into swan-like birds or white birds, like swans. That's the only white bird I know. Then you got dog demons. Think Susumaru, Matthias. Well, Matthias is the OC. But think of Susumaru, his mom, and his dad. So, yeah. Which is why I have Susumaru, his mom, and his dad as the picture. Then you got wolf demons. Just think of giant wolves from Twilight. Just think of that. Then you got cat demons, like panthers, tigers, such and such like that. They do not get along with dogs or wolves. But they get along with foxes just fine. Then you look at Kai, who is a panther demon. He gets along fine with the dogs and wolves in the northern land, so and on that. Then you got the elemental ones. You got the fire demons like Hiei from Yu Hakusho. You got darkness demons, which they fall under a sub. They have sub classes like blood demons. Basically, any demon from the Shallow Realm. You got the ice maidens. Think Yuki, whatever. Hiei's sister from Yu Hakusho. You got the time demons. Think Chrono from Chrono Cross or Chrono Crusade. Except he doesn't die in my fan fiction. You got the water demons / mermaids. There's no ocean in Elysia, only the lake. That is only the river that is salt water, as if it is linked to the ocean. But yeah, when they're on human, when they take up their human form, they actually do not have wet fingers or gilded marks or anything. They have elven. They're more elven than anything. So that's where my elven race comes in. Because there's no elves or dwarves or any of that. But any character that looks like an elf, they're technically a mermaid. Scroll up. You got the other races, the other races. Again, they can live up to 5,000 years. You got the half breeds. Think of Yu Hakusho, or not, Inuyasha, as well as Soren. But basically, think of Inuyasha as far as half breeds go. You got the magical users, mages, healers, sages, witches, and stuff like that. Which witches are actually a subset to this race. They're their own race, but they fall under this section. Then you got the human race. They can only live. I did lifespans on all of them. Depends on the breeds. Lifespans is unknown. Depends on the character. Humans can live up to 100 to 200 years. A royal family cannot die. Most don't die unless something bad happens. Then you got Yu Hakusho, or then you got Yusuke. They can live up to 1,000 years or longer if they do something to make their lifespans longer. Like how Yusuke's ancestral father extended his life. I guess Yusuke could also do that. But then again, Yusuke is actually linked to the princesses, so his lifespan might be effed up. We don't know. Then down here, I give details about my custom race. I'll give y'all the rundown. Female members are called witches. Males are called warlocks. It's important to note that males are severely uncommon paired witches, meaning as far as witches and warlocks go, there's more witches than there are warlocks in this race. Okay. When it comes to their appearance, they look like humans. But they have an unusual mark somewhere on their bodies. Their mark Okay, this is actually a new thing. Their mark can be anything. It could be literally anything you want. However, whatever you choose as your character's mark, it limits you to who you could compare your mark with. Because my OC Reina has the mark of a dog paw on her left shoulder. Or not shoulder, hip. Meaning her soulmate is a dog demon. It's technically Susumaru, but no one really cares. In addition to their marks, witches and warlocks possess a remarkable ability of stopping their ages early to mid-20s, regardless. Okay. They appear young regardless of how old they truly are. They stop between 20 and 25. Because one witch can be 1,000 years old and yet look like a 20-year-old. Or can be 500 years old and still look like a 21-year-old. Something similar to that. As for their magical abilities, witches and warlocks have the potential to learn and master a extreme range of magical properties or practices. It all depends on their creator, their owner. Laws of personality and unique experience. When it comes to pregnancy, female witches can only conceive with their soulmates. Meaning, if you make a female witch, whoever you unintentionally make their mark limited to, meaning that character is only able to get pregnant by their mate, their soulmate that has to do with their mark. Like Reina, she could have she could do adult stuff with, let's say, Inuyasha, but not get pregnant. However, she does like one time with Susumaru, she can have a child if her magic lets her. Because as of right now, her magic does not let her. Don't ask. But that's the point. Now, as for showing, I followed the show of I didn't know I was pregnant with that ability, meaning they do not show it at all in their bodies. They don't get a baby bump or anything. Now, as for males, they can get anyone they want pregnant. They are not limited to one person. So, yeah. Focusing on the birth rates, there's a 5% chance of a witch or warlock emerging from a human family. There's a 25% chance if there's a witch or warlock in their family tree. However, if a witch conceives with another race, will it be human, shifter, other being? The likelihood would be 50%. Most certain when. However, if a witch gets pregnant by a warlock, then the chance is literally 100%. Because you're in the same race, so yeah. Also, they have this weird thing. I don't mention it, but witch blood is very weak to other races. That's why it's 50%. For example, if Reina has a child with Susumaru, Matthias came from that and is a full demon, a full dog demon. Reina, however, lied and said it's a half demon just to make Susumaru get over his hatred for half bloods. But still, Matthias is a full blood even though his mother's a witch. His sisters, if I even do that anime, I may not. It all depends on if I want to or not. If he has sisters, well, I do want him to have a sister. Because I want Susumaru to have a daughter, okay? If he has twin sisters, one will be a full dog demon and one will be a witch. Because there is no half-blood. Witches cannot have a half-blood. A mixed breed. Okay. Every witch or warlock born is born with a grimoire that is linked to them, regardless of the fact. Occasionally, witches and warlocks may experience some remarkable, whatever. They can be reincarnated with their previous magical abilities, retaining their grimoire, along with all of their past memories and spells. However, this is very rare. As of right now, Reina is the only one that has done this. Although she doesn't have her past memories, her magic has her past memories. And her grimoire, she doesn't have it. Susumaru has it. It's actually in the Sumeru's. It's in the West, or yeah, West's palace. It's in the witch's library. But anyways, moving on. Moving on. You guys probably want to see the dragons now. Dragons' lifespans are very long. It's unknown how old they can really get. In Elisa, there is an extra legendary creatures that roam freely. Many of these beings take on human appearances, while others remain concealed. Long before the certain tale unfold, there was a conflict. Okay, that's about 50 years ago. Or that's about the 50 years of Dragon War. Anyways, you got the Fire Dragon, which is the Red Dragon. Their humanoid forms are redheads. Yes, I'm using my recent favorite anime. Then you got Lightning Dragon, which is the purple dragon. Purple features in their humanoid form. You got the blue dragon, which are water serpents. No, they're not always water serpents. They're human form. In the contents of Final Fantasy, Lobithian would envelop this, would be a water dragon. Because, God, they're water. If you know Yuna of the Dawn, then, the blue dragon would be, well, the blue dragon. You got the green dragon, who's also known as the nature dragon. He is the basically nature, embellishment of nature. As a fire dragon, or red dragons are also fire. They're literally, well, fire. Purple dragons are electric dragons, which in a sense are light dragons, but still, if there's like a thunderstorm, it's because of the purple dragons pissed off. Let's see. Rivers and lakes usually have a blue dragon around it. Like Ryan and Max, like the northern lakes, as well as the northern rivers that branch off from the main river. They do branch off. Yeah, there's lakes, or there's rivers that branch off the main river. Which I probably should make this river bigger. Because it is the main river. But yeah, Max and Ryan would probably be in this lake. Yeah, because there's no water dragons down here. Then you got Green Dragon. That's in the north. Although I do want to use him for a dragon. I want to use him for a dragon so badly. And I want him in the south, because I like him. But, enough fangirling. Nature has basically, well, nature. I have nothing else to say. Then you got the snow dragons, which are white dragons. This dragon is very rare. Like, there's only 3 known dragons that are white dragons, Well, 4 if you count him, but that's not the point. He might be the 4th. No, I'm gonna make him the son of Snow. Yeah, the characters from Yuna or Yuna of the Dawn, they're the children of dragons. I'm gonna stop being early now. The last dragon. Oh, white dragons also have the ability to make snow. That's why they're called snow dragons. They can do snow, ice, and stuff like that, which you can read if you really wanted to. Then you got the black dragons. Even though they say they're evil, they're not evil. But they take up the dark form. Behemoth would be a black dragon. If that gives any in-text or subtext to the black dragons. They're not bad dragons. There's literally not a black dragon or a bad evil dragon in Elysia. But that's all the dragons, or that's all the races. Yeah, that is literally everything. So, for engagement, what is your favorite race as far as what I listed on Elysia? Just for engagement, and if for chance there is a race, a yokai race, or another species that you would like to see in Elysia, let me know. Like Firebirds. That would bring Phoenix. That would literally be Phoenix. I would bring Final Fantasy. That would add more Final Fantasy to my fan fiction. But I could bring Joshua for Final Fantasy 16. Because he's the Phoenix. I could use him. But that would actually, ooh. Cause that would work with no, it wouldn't. I'm still working on I'm still working on adding that fan fiction. Or that project. Or add that fan dub to my project. But yeah, if there's any yokai race you would like to add, or any other type of race you think would be good for this, let me know in the comment section below. If not, tell me your favorite race and what you like about them. And yeah, that's it for this video. Leave me a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't, like always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!